how do I explain this? Seriously, how do I explain this weird event I've run into about the most talked about creepypasta? Well, I guess I could start slow. The original Spongebob bootleg creepypasta is the story about 5 teenagers who found a bootleg episode of Dumped that was heavily distorted and heavily damaged, which led to this face. The most popular lost episode face next to Squidward's suicide. Of course, the original was fake. But the events that I've suddenly run into... Oh god. I mean, that's what I kept saying, thinking about. This distorted and this uncomfortable alternate version of the episode Dumped. I'm thankful I was able to get this recorded on my DVR. Around March of 2023, I was watching old rerun episodes of Spongebob Squarepants. I'd become so attracted to the reruns that I'd forgotten what time it was. I was about to get up and go to bed when the song Daytime Drama played from the episode Dumped. Fine, I told myself. One more episode and I can go to bed. I sat down and watched the episode. Outside of the flickering and the occasional buggy pixels, the episode played as normal, until the infamous scene from the bootleg. And at the time, I actually grabbed my camera and quickly pressed the record button. As SpongeBob was asking Patrick if he wanted fresh scent or heavy duty, like in the original, the Nick logo vanished and was replaced with a black blob. Where'd the logo go? I asked to myself, horrified. And suddenly, when SpongeBob was just about to cry out the last word, he stopped. His eyes were noticeably red, and he had a small frown. I thought to myself, here it comes. A loud, distorted sound slowly enraptured the speakers, as SpongeBob's face scrunched inwards before it snapped to black. I was visibly horrified. But that wasn't all. See, when the episode came back, SpongeBob had a sad face, but the color aspect was grayscale, with a voice in the background belittling SpongeBob. I was able to piece the insults together and came to this conclusion. The voice said, "Stop lying to yourself. You cannot live without that snail. You lived almost your entire life with that snail. You're not helping yourself at this point, Sponge." How sad. Even your own snail thinks you are such a pathetic, needy sponge. Your lifelong friend, who was there the days of your young age, has left you after finally finding someone better. Do you understand how pathetic that sounds, my boy? Do you understand? Alright, that does it. I screamed as I grabbed the remote and shut the TV off. I stomped into my room, and I then suddenly started getting into a tirade on how these mysterious voices were bullying SpongeBob and how they were bullying him. Saying these voices on how they were just ungrateful narcissists. And just as I was about to go to bed, something flashed in my head suddenly. The logo. It doesn't normally vanish during an episode like that, unless of course it's going to a commercial break. I opened up my laptop and looked up the Spongebob Bootleg episode story and the supposed version of Dumped. The story in the alternate airing didn't line up with the original story. However, the footage that was shown was edited, which meant that Nickelodeon had aired an edit of a Spongebob episode. And to this day, who knows what'll happen next?